Okay, this is Shiroyama from the University of Tokyo. Actually, my background is the public policy and public administration, and also the international relations, international administration, or the global governance issue. The kind of issue I have been working on is somehow the interface between the high politics and the low politics. How the political issue are embedded in the technological or the scientific issue. That's one of the areas I have been working on. For example, the public health, COVID-19 issue, or the Fukushima nuclear accident, and how many actors responding to that. Those are the kind of issues I have been working on. In today's panel, so far as I know, that the focus is on the Korean strategy and the middle term and long term perspective under the complex geopolitical context. I think that in the context, many things are interacting to each other. Economics is not just the economic issue. The economics issue and the security issue are interacting, and also technological issue are also the part of the interacting space. So the topic I'd like to talk about today is about the kind of the potential, the collaboration between Korea and Japan in the context of the current increasing geopolitical conflict, and the so-called the concept of the economic security are coming up, and in the name of economic security, what kind of the collaboration? Maybe some conflict also exists and continue, but some collaboration will be increasing in that context. That will be the topic I'd like to talk today. For example, after the COVID-19, there was a response by each country for responding to the countermeasure to the COVID, the vaccine production, regionalization, and so on. Korea took a very interesting initiative, and Japan took the initiative together with the so-called ASEAN CDC. What should be the complementarity and the potential collaboration between these two initiatives is one of the prototypes I can talk about. And recently, there are several issues which is coming on agenda. For example, the energy security is becoming an important issue, and Japan and also the Korea have to increase the renewable energy, but so far relatively slow compared to Europe and China. And also, we have a increasing use of the photovoltaic, but not so much utilizing the wind power, especially offshore wind power. So how to develop the wind power in the context of Japan and Korea might be a complementary area, and we can collaborate in the name of the economic security. That's one potential area. And another interesting area, I didn't study enough about that, but potentially interesting issue is the shipbuilding. In the case of the shipbuilding, Japan used to be a very big builder, but now China is the major part, and Korea is the second, Japan is the third. And actually, US is a very tiny part of the shipbuilding, but they need repair and maintenance of the various type of the shipping. So there can be a potential area for collaboration among the Japan, US, and Korea on that. And finally, it's a little bit general issue, but I'd like to talk about the potential collaboration relating to the science and technology policy in general. One of the interesting facts I will show you with the statistic table from the OECD that Korea has been increasing the R&D expenditure, especially by government, for the last 20 years. So concerning the ratio of the GDP of the government expenditure for the R&D, Korea is among the highest countries, and Japan is somehow, absolute term relatively high, but not necessarily a government R&D. So different type of the expenditure composition, but Japan and Korea also might be a potentially an interesting combination for collaborating for the R&D of the science and technology, and potential application of those to tackling with the social issue. So those are the potential issue I can raise, just put on the agenda, and how those kind of the topic can be cooked and utilized in the current geopolitical context. That would be the topic I'd like to discuss in today's panel.